let's pivot to rapid rounds. I'm gonna ask you a question. First thing that comes to mind. All right. Totones or mangú?
Nah, totones. Hell yeah.
Totones all day?
All day. Es que lo que pasa es que los totones pegan con todo. Tú puedes comer totones con salami.
Yeah, facts.
You could eat, the totones is a perfect side dish to anything. You could be rice and beans with anything, y tú tienes par de totones ahí también. Like mangú is only mangú with, los tres golpes, and you gotta be in the mood for it. Like totones, even if you're not in the mood for it, you're having some whole other shit, and they're there, you're gonna have some.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's just like, we can't fight with that.
Side question. Side question on the rapid rounds. Can somebody fuck up the totones?
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Somebody said it because, coño, dame la vaina bien crunchy, bien finita y vaina. No me digas que una vaina halfway fried.
Nah,
you see what I'm saying?
People fuck up totones all the time. All right. Totones is very important. It's like frying an egg. It's like if you ask for an egg a certain way and they give it to you a different way, you're like, what the fuck? It's the same thing.
Like I got that. Yeah, you're right. Which Dominican dish best represents you?
Me? Psst, I hate that question. You know what? That question to me is like, it's like when people ask me like, what's my favorite thing to cook?
All right, let's reword
it. But like, because the thing is that people don't, they swear that I'm only like a trendy type of Dominican chef. They don't think that I could, like, si yo te hago un sancocho, loco, un mondongo, una habichuela, una guandule guisado, una vaina así, unos rabos, una vaina.
Wow.
You'll be like, nah, bro, like that was you. Because like I got it, bro, like that, like in with the real Dominican shit. Now I can take those same things and I can make it crafty and cute and trendy and like whatever. I can make it fancy, right? But
what's your favorite dish? Let's just reword that.
Bro, rice in any form. I could eat arroz blanco hasta vacío si está bien hecho, loco. Arroz con huevo, loco.
Arroz con huevo.
Arroz habichuela, arroz con andule. Yeah. Bro, si tengo arroz, loco, I'm happy, bro. I gotta eat rice every day, bro. Yeah. There's no way around it.
That used to be.
But I had rice for breakfast today, bro.
Damn. Well, estamos en tiempo todavía que queda en la nevera.
I had rice for breakfast, bro.
What's one dish you will judge somebody for messing up? You gotta be careful.
Nah, well, a lot actually, but because rice is my favorite, I critique everybody's rice. If I have rice somewhere and it's not like, if it's not even,
textured right,
mediocre or above, I'm upset. Okay. I'm upset because I'm like, coño, loco.
Me dañaste el arroz. The essential.
Loco, un arroz blanco es lo más simple del mundo, bro. And it's like, I feel like the simple things are the most important things. Like, those are the things that, you should get right.
For me, is beans. You fuck up the beans, that's it. You fucked up the plate.
Yeah, but the thing is with beans is,
because los totones van a estar ahí como quiera. So yo reemplazo
the thing is with beans is that, like, la habichuela o son buenas o son malas. Pero que todo el mundo tiene su estilo de cómo hacerla. ¿Tú me entiendes? Alguna gente, they do the most bizarre, random, weird, backward shit, and the shit still tastes good. And some people's food, it doesn't look great, but it tastes mad good. And then some people's food looks good, but it's be bland. And then, so it's like, that's kind of hard for me, like, to choose, like, to say about beans, because they gotta be good, bro. But tienen que tener esa llama, loco. And they gotta be creamy.
That's the point. Don't give me no watered down beans.
Hey, don't give me no watered down beans.
Don't give me no watered down.
We're gonna fight, bro.
I'm gonna fight this shit.
And this way is like, bro, if you don't know how to do it, ask me. I'll tell you what to do so they don't come out watery. To me, the color matters. I don't like to see a lot of pajitas and shit in my beans. Like, there's things you could do so that it looks prettier, para que se vea delicada la vaina.
Yeah, se vea bien.
¿Tú me entiendes? So I feel you.
So rice and beans. They fuck up the rice and they fuck up the beans. Se jodió todo.
I mean, they fuck up anything. I'm a chef, like I'm a that's my thing. That's my thing. Like, I go out to eat and that's the thing. Anybody that I go out to eat with, they're always like, yo,
please don't critique.
Yo, how do you feel? How do you feel about this right now? Like, and I'm just saying, bro, it's funny because, like, Like, bro, it'd be hard for me, bro. Like, cuando yo veo... And you know what's funny? It don't even take that much to impress me because I feel like I go to so many places and a lot of places be like taking shortcuts and they just don't be knowing how to do things certain ways that I just be like, damn, bro. Like,
let me go back there.
All you gotta do is this. And another thing for me is I could tell if whatever I'm having at a restaurant, I could tell how they prepped it by the way, but even everything, the texture, whatever, I could tell like, even the quality of what it was, if it was frozen, if it was what I could tell. So that bothers me because I'd be like, damn. I look at the price, I look at the place, I'd be like, coño, like there's certain things that like, come on, man.
Everything is lining up, but the food on certain places.
Loco.
You're right.
You're happening too much, man.
I got 2 more questions for this segment for you. Pick one forever. Private chef, like private chefing events, like where you go to people's homes. Or restaurant rush lifestyle?
Oh, man. Pick one?
One for the rest of your life. Like if you had to choose one today.
All right. Can I tell you the reasons why I'm having a hard time with this decision? Go
ahead. Break it down.
And then maybe after I talk it out with you, maybe I could choose because it's hard. Right now, I can't choose one over the other. But being in a restaurant in the kitchen, on the line.
Yeah.
Well, and it's busy. That's important because you said the rush life, right?
Because it's a rush. Certain times.
Yeah,
People's
that's very
birthdays,
important. I like that you said that because there's a difference, right?
Right.
Being in that place literally saved my life because a couple years ago, there's things that I really can't talk about, but I went through some dark times.
Okay.
And legal troubles.
Right.
And being in that environment saved my life because my mind was going so much to the point where I was having really bad thoughts, right? And I was actually afraid of having time, right?
Okay.
And so being in a restaurant during a rush time, Saturday night, restaurants packed, and you have to show up. You have to perform. It don't matter what's going on in your life. It don't matter how you feel. It don't matter if you're sick. It don't matter nothing, bro. If you got to be there, you got to be there. You're doing, you're moving. You're on fire. There's no better feeling than like kicking ass on a Saturday night in a restaurant, getting through that rush, having that cold beer at the end of your shift and just being like, damn, like today was crazy. And to reflect on the fact that you didn't have a moment to think about your problems. Mm-hmm. So that for me, literally, was like probably why I never went back to music, never went back to school. I did finish school, but I never went to the police academy.
Pursue other things. Yeah.
On all that stuff. Because I literally signed up to take the Nassau County Police test.
You was almost there.
Todo eso, loco.
Yeah.
So that's that. The private chef thing, the most important people in my life that changed my life, the most important events in my life, and what has really allowed me to provide for my family, to have a home and all this crap, and was private chefing. Private chefing,
right. Born during the pandemic.
Since the beginning. Since always.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I read this book called The Third Circle Theory around 2016, 17, right when I was coming into that chef life. That book literally had also a lot to do with
pivoting.
Yeah.
And maneuvering.
And even like being like becoming a real man, I want to say.
Yeah.
I strongly recommend that book to anybody that's struggling with identity, with their timeline, whatever. Right. That's the perfect book. It's such a it's like
self-motivator.
It's not even that. It's just like it's just so eloquently put like it's like everything. You know how like when your parents tell you shit and you're just like, you know what I'm saying?
Again.
That book does it in a way where it's just like, damn, like it's like a mirror. It's like everybody that reads that book, it's very subjective because it doesn't have like one story, one outcome, and like you can interpret it however you want. No, it's a mirror of like you can plug yourself in. So it's a theory. It's 3 circles, and every circle is divided into like a pie,
right?
Like little slices.
So
and
3 slices, right?
Every place you go to, you know, within that circle, and then you go into the next, and then it's like a mirror. So it's like you could read it, and I could read it, and to you is gonna mean what your life was like to you, whenever, right? So it's a very self-reflective book. So the person who wrote that book, someone that I look up to a lot. He's a very successful man. I was doing a private event in Westchester one day, a couple of years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And this dude was like, yo, let me show you around my crib. And bro, I've been doing this for like, 7, 8 years now. Mm-hmm. This is probably the second time. There's only been 2 people in 8 years. I've been to a lot of people's houses, bro. 2 people in 8 years that decided, déjame enseñarte la casa. Bro, to me, I just thought that was weird, right? Because who, like, right, I'm a stranger in your house. You're paying me to do a service. Yeah. And you're going to take me into your fucking closet in your bedroom, in your bathroom, in your master bedroom. Like, it's just weird, right? Yeah, like, it's weird. It's weird, right? Like, I think it's weird. I wouldn't do that.
It's definitely weird. Yeah. But he was giving you the tour.
He gave me a house tour. And then one of the tours, he goes to the garage. And he's like, oh, you see that Lambo right there? My boy gave me that as a gift. And I was like, your boy gave you that as a gift? And like, nigga, what kind of friends you got giving you a $300,000 car? And he goes, well, you know, I just got my product in all the Walmarts in the nation, so it was kind of like a congratulation gift from him. You know, he got it like that. You know, whatever. I was like, okay. I was like, yo, that was amazing, bro. Like, I was crazy. I was like, but then again, I was like, yo, what type of friends? You know what I'm saying?
Who you dealing with, right?
So the dude FaceTimes the dude,
right? Oh,
the dude FaceTimes the dude to be like, you know, to let him let him know that you got me the car. Type shit, you know, like, I guess he thought
proving the point.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah.
Bro, cuando el tipo...
I mean, cualquiera se pone que
when the guy picks up the phone, it was the author of the book.
Wow.
So to me, in that moment, like, life came full circle for me. I was like, yo, crazy. If I ever had any doubt about what I was up to, I was like, I know I'm definitely doing at least I'm on the right path. Because there's no way.
No way.
That this is like, okay, casual. Like, nah, bro. Wow. You know, the guy that, like, I want to say there's been probably like 2 or 3 people in my life that I could say that have really had a huge, like, impact on, you know, me staying the right course or whatever. And he's one of them. And for that to have happened the way that it did, I don't think that was a coincidence.
How long before you saw him, or how long before that FaceTime call had you read that book?
Oh, a couple years. Couple, probably like 3 or 4 years. And then, you know, like, after that, we've actually stayed in touch. Like, he's still, the author of the book, he DMs me, like, yo, how's it going, whatever. I'll be like, yo, Merry Christmas. You know, we've never met in person.
Right.
I've even told him, like, bro, he lives in Florida. I'll be like, yo, cuando tú quieras enfriarte con la mujer, lo que sea, bro, yo le hago una cena, whatever. Like, bro, just as a token of appreciation, of admiration, of whatever. It's never happened. I'm sure one day it will.
It will.
Pero so when you ask me, also, you know, I met my business partner. Mm-hmm. Same way. She hired me to do her daughter's birthday, and we wound up opening a restaurant together. And so I think like I've just met so many amazing people, private chefing, all types of people, presidents, athletes, people I'm not allowed to talk about. I've signed a lot of NDAs.
Right.
Like honestly, I could be so much bigger than like what I am, and I'm not, because I'm not the type of person to like come in your house and be like, oh, look, vamos a tirar una foto.
Yeah.
Okay, yo no soy un lambón. Look, I've never been like that. I've never, and I've seen it all. I've done it all, and I've never really capitalized on that. I've never taken advantage of the places that I've been to and the people that I've been in touch with. Like, so when you ask me, pick one forever,
it's tough.
You know, it's tough because like on the restaurant side, I probably wouldn't even be here. I'll probably be in jail. Right. I'll probably be
somewhere else.
I probably would have quit. You know, and then on the other side, I probably wouldn't have success. I probably wouldn't have, you know, probably wouldn't have been able to like pay my car note or my mortgage. You know, so like. Yeah. I can't, you know, how do I choose between the two? I don't know, man.
You know, your story is resonating a lot. It's very like relatable because it showcases that you could be going through your darkest time. And let's say, for example, when initially you had other plans. You didn't even have the plans that you are currently living today. But initially you did set out to be something else. And since the beginning, there's been kind of like this path of food, chefing, restaurant for you that you have yet to know about, right? As you're living through it. And then as I asked you that question about which one would you prefer to do more, whether in-person chefing style or restaurant, and you mentioning that, you know, one of them saved my life because I was going through something. And if it wasn't for me being that busy, it wouldn't have been what it is today. And the other one comes the stability, the growth, the impact, right? Pero it doesn't matter what it was. Everything led you to be exactly where you were. And then you're like, you can't choose one or the other because both of them have impacted you in different ways, right? The in-person chefing and the rush. Personally, I think you prefer both. At this point, right? You can't live one couldn't be without the other. You would like to do both for the rest of your life.
My real dream that's developed out of this whole journey, I would say from the beginning, I want to say that like the end goal for me, like in this career, what has been for a while. I don't know if you know who Anthony Bourdain was.
The name rings a bell.
Anthony Bourdain, he had a show called Parts Unknown.
Okay.
He was a very, very famous chef.
Okay.
He committed suicide a couple of years ago.
Wow.
But he was very influential. And his whole thing was he would travel the world, the most craziest regions that people and types of people and cultures that people have never heard about, didn't even know existed. People who like live in the mountains type shit. And he would go,
now I know who you're talking about.
He would go there and he would learn of their culture. He would try their foods and they would cook for each other. And he would learn about the history of their people and the food that they eat and how certain things only grow there in that region and XYZ. And there's a lot like food is actually very interesting because there's history to every dish. Believe it or not, one of my favorite stories is one of my favorite dishes, like French toast.
Okay.
During World War II, all the roads were fucked up. So by the time the soldiers got their supplies, like the bread was stale. So somebody, I don't know who, I'm sure we could figure that out.
Right.
But somebody decided to start soaking the bread in milk and eggs and spices, cinnamon, blah, 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 sugar, whatever.
Boom.
And then, cook it on a skillet and they would basically revitalize the bread. They will, revamp the bread's life.
Yeah,
it became stale bread that you couldn't make a sandwich with, but you have French toast, and it was delicious.
Una delicia.
And so that's why they call it French toast, because they were in World War II. They were in France, and by the time the soldiers got their stuff, whatever. So French toast came from there. That's where it was born. And I think every dish, if you really think about it, not only like just a dish alone, I think the simple, because bro, if you think about it, we're Dominican, right?
Right.
Who in their right mind thought oh, it's a good idea to eat mondongo? Tú me entiendes? Bro.
Definitely not me.
Bro, that's tú me entiendes, pero so something even as crazy as that, right? Is it depending on where you're from in the country, they prep it in a different way.
They do.
Lo del sur lo hacen así. Lo del norte, lo de Cibao. Everybody has their own way of making their beans or their sancocho. Some people put, people in the south, by Higüey, they put dumpling in the sancocho. My family never did that. I've
never seen dumpling in
I started seeing that, but there's a lot of things that, every dish has a story, bro.
Wow.
Every dish has a story, even within your family. I'm sure that your siblings had a favorite. Like my mami siempre le guardaba con alema, no mío. Tú me entiendes, como que todo el mundo tiene un
certain
cuento.
thing, yeah.
So, so to me, I feel like I always wanted to be the Dominican Anthony Bourdain, because I feel like in our culture, we're so como que encerrado.
Monolithic. Yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes? I just think our and it's funny because I also see Dominican Republic as we are the whole and whoever wants to get mad at me, I don't give a fuck.
Nobody's gonna get mad at you. Go ahead, say it. Say it.
I think Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico as well,
Yes.
Jointly, because we're brothers and sisters, right?
Of course.
I think jointly we are the hip hop culture of Latin America. I think when anybody wants to be cool,
right,
or dress a certain way or whatever, they look at what we're doing. They look at Bad Bunny, they look at El Alfa, they look at Romeo, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I mean,
100%.
If I'm wrong, whatever. Let me be wrong. But to me, Latin America has so much they owe so much to Mexico and Puerto Rico and DR, because we Mexico is the biggest consumer of music. These people still
100%,
go out and buy records, nobody else does that. These people, they actually support. Look, I think people in Mexico and South America listen to more bachata than we do.
Probably.
Where I think that we're so important to Latino culture.
Yeah,
to the Hispanic culture. We have so much to give and man, we're just, I think every dish has a story. So to me, that's been my dream. I want to do that in the Latino community, because it hasn't been done.